Insane dedication to performance. It's been D Marini's motto and the driving force behind every D Marini innovation. From the groundbreaking D Marini double wall to the landmark Evo AX. In the beginning, Ray DeMarini had a vision to craft a high-performance bat for the masses.
We saw a huge opportunity to make vast improvements by thinning the walls down. But in order to do that, we obviously had to make a more technical bat. And so the challenge was in maintaining that level of performance that he identified with, but making it so that it was durable enough to be, worthy of the price tags. The early years or the beginning years of D Marini it was crude, but it was a blast. Basically we had nothing. We had borrowed space and kind of an outbuilding or a barn, as we called it. There was dirt floors because we couldn't afford anything. There was no money. Working in that environment just makes you hungry. You don't have enough to eat. You don't have enough to eat. You want more always.
In 1987, at the age of 40, Ray DeMarini emerged on the competitive softball scene. And with a batting speed of 95 miles per hour and bombastic attitude, DeMarini fast earned national status as a savage competitor.
Ray was a maniac. Just a constant ball of energy. To be around him, you couldn't help but to, just pick up on that feeling and want to do better. You wanted to run through a wall for the guy. He was an in-your-face, get out of my way. If you don't like what I'm saying, then you have the problem.
Ray DeMarini was ahead of his time. He had these words he'd use like, "I'm never satisfied," and "I have this insane dedication to performance," and he really lived that. He was an unusual person. Many people, when they think of product development, they have something that's pretty good, and hey, let's make it a little bit better. That wasn't his DNA at all. He wanted to make it a lot better. Let's blow it up. Ray DeMarini was a man that was for the player. He didn't care about sales reports. He really cared about the consumer, that softball player, and giving him the best stuff. I think that was one of the really cool things I saw from the first time I met him. And I can tell you that spirit still lives here today.
In 1993, DeMarini's insane dedication to performance yielded the greatest innovation in softball history, the double wall distance, the world's first bat to feature more than one wall.
The company exists today as a result of Ray identifying with what would be best for the average softball player and developed what became really the first high-performance bat for sale.
Well, this is the one that started it all. This is our original 93 double wall distance. It really shook some things up, 12 years ago.
What the company was founded on was a double wall bat. No one ever thought of making a multiple wall bat. You look at every single company in the bat business today, they've all copied Ray's original idea.
Obviously, what the world thought of it, because there is a sea of double wall bats out there now, but they are all based on this particular bat right here. So let's hit this one. See how it performs next to our new stuff. Nothing wrong with that one.
By 2000, Ray knew if the innovations were to continue, he needed a partner who shared his vision and had the resources to make it happen. After an industry-wide search, his shortlist had one name: Wilson.
He made it very clear to me that he sold the company to Wilson because he trusted us. I knew that first time we met, within the first hour, we made a connection. And yes, he used different words, quite colorful words to describe business philosophies, what Ray was all about, the company was all about. But I learned firsthand that it's the same things we stood for. Caring about that consumer, making the best product possible, and making that the foundation of what you're all about. Having a passion and a competitive nature. And I knew for sure, and I'm positive Ray knew, leaving that meeting, we were going to put something together. Because what DeMarini stood for, Wilson stood for.
DeMarini worked with Wilson engineers in perfecting the handle. And in the summer of 2001, DeMarini and Wilson revealed the industry's first concept bat, the DeMarini F1. The following year, Wilson and DeMarini engineers perfected and released the world's first bionic bat, the F2, the first bat to feature half-and-half technology.
I was fortunate enough to be in the room those couple of days when some Wilson engineers and Ray were throwing these ideas around of why do you need any weight in the handle? Why do we have to make a bat in one piece? And I saw that genius at work.
The handle itself and our half and half technology, it's huge. By removing the weight in the middle part of the bat, what it allows for us to do is take that weight savings and put it anywhere we want, up or down the bat. We would not have that opportunity if we weren't using composite materials.
Double wall technology, half and half technology. It just blew up what was out there and has really changed how bats are made. It's really incredible.
The latest incarnation of D Marini's half and half technology is the Evo AX, the first all-composite half and half bat for unmatched handling and the biggest sweet spot in softball.
And now that we're starting to use those composite materials out on the barrel, it's just infinite possibilities on what we'll be able to achieve with the Evo AX in terms of performance, feel, balance, durability.
And now we're starting to take everything that we've learned along that whole decade of really just concentrating on high performance bats, and we're using composite materials to kind of take that to the next level. So, what you have here is a culmination of years of experience. Hours of doing exactly what we're doing right here. It's just, getting out to the field and figuring out what people want. People ask me, what's the big deal with composite bats? Well, the big deal is, woo! This is where it really gets done. You can't be in the bat business if you want to make bats in a laboratory. It has its place, but, if you really want to play at a high level, you have to be out the field. So we started here, we come out here, I don't know how many hours we've logged as far as R&D out here, but every bat that goes through our factory in its R&D state goes to this field, and that's for a lot of reasons, but for the most part it's because that man's name is out on the wall. Now let's go get it.
What's happened here is we've made a commitment to making the bats better for you. So we're out here 50 degrees with this big bad boy up there. Oh!
Ray DeMarini was an attitude. That attitude is in all of us, the burning desire to make the best possible bat that we can.
We want the whole spectrum. We just don't want a bat that works for a big fella like that. We don't want a bat that just works for me. We want a bat that works for everybody. The results are
Take that philosophy that he developed and take it to different sports. We're doing that in fast pitch. We're doing it in youth baseball. We're doing that in adult baseball. And the results are unbelievable. That's why the business has tripled in a short amount of time. But we never forget the fact that the foundation of D Marini, what the company was founded upon, was slow pitch softball.
Today, committed to the core, D Marini and Wilson continue to combine new technologies with player intuition in creating high-performance softball bats that move the game forward, taking the bat industry to a whole new level.
That's why the D Marini double wall bat will always be the best bat on the market, whether it's softball, little league, baseball, it'll be the best. It's the best technology. We got the best engineer. We have an insane dedication.